All right, what's up, Internet? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the controversial Don't Say Gay bill, or the so-called Don't Say Gay bill here in Florida. This is the one that's kind of making national news. It's in the headlines, it's in the media, it's on the Internet. Everybody's talking about it. People are pretty upset about it. So, like most things, the people with the strongest opinion about it tend to be the people that haven't actually gone and looked it up for themselves and read the bill. So I was interested in it. And I have the bill here printed out, and we'll go over it and see what it's all about. So critics of the bill say that this is going to harm children, that they're not going to be able to have discussions in a safe environment about things that they're feeling, or they may be confused or something of that nature. And ultimately, this is going to lead to harm, self-harm, and things like suicide and, the extreme cases. People that are for the bill are saying that this is more of an anti-grooming bill, that you shouldn't be having these discussions in school. The bill here is 7 pages. It's not that long of a read. I'm going to go through some of it here. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I've highlighted a few of the important things. And then there's one paragraph that I think is the one that everybody's concerned about, and that's the spicy paragraph. Beginning here says, it's an act relating to parental rights in education, requiring such procedures to reinforce the fundamental right of parents to make decisions regarding the upbringing and control of their children. So that sounds pretty good to me. So the first page or two is kind of just the outline of the bill itself, saying that parents must be involved in what they're doing at the schools. Here's where they're actually making the changes to the statutes themselves. So, powers and duties of district school board. All right. Adopt procedures for notifying a student's parent if there is a change in the student's mental, emotional, or physical health or well-being. Procedures must reinforce the fundamental right of the parents to make decisions regarding the upbringing and control of their children. That sounds fine. The procedures may not prohibit parents from accessing any of the student's education and health records created or maintained by the school district, so the school can't hide any records that may be made about their child. There is a portion here at the bottom that says, it's basically the way I'm interpreting it is that there is a clause here that says they may hide such information if a reasonably prudent person would believe that the disclosure would result in abuse, abandonment, neglect. All right, so number 3 here, this is the spicy one. This is the one that's got everybody all up in arms, or at least that's my take on it, is this is the one that's got everybody up in arms. Number 3, classroom instruction by school personnel or third parties on sexual orientation or gender identity may not occur in kindergarten through grade 3 or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards. I think this is the one that has everybody up in arms, and this is where they're drawing the name from it, the Don't Say Gay and all these other things. So let's read it again. It's classroom instruction by school personnel or third parties on sexual orientation or gender identity may not occur in kindergarten through grade 3 or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with the state statutes. So I think the key thing here is that it's in kindergarten through grade 3. So off the top of my head, what is that? 6 to 9-year-olds or so. So it's prohibiting classroom instruction. That's the other key point. It's classroom instruction. So it doesn't say that, a counselor or a therapist or, whoever else that they have at the school can't talk about these issues with a kid, but classroom instruction by school personnel in kindergarten through grade 3. So you can't talk about sexual orientation with a 7-year-old. I'm fine with that. I don't think these discussions should be in the classroom about sex with a 7-year-old or gender identity. I mean, in my opinion, it's just not appropriate. So that one is fine. And I do think that that's the one that has everybody up in arms. Nowhere in this does it say, don't say gay or anything of that nature. I know there's been some protests where people just run around screaming the word gay, but that's not what this says at all. And it's not that difficult of legal language to understand. And then number 6 here kind of goes along with that a little bit, but it says before administering a student well-being questionnaire or health screening form to a student in kindergarten through grade 3, the school district must provide the questionnaire or health screening form to the parent and obtain permission of the parent. So they can't sneak in these questions in like little forms and questionnaires and things of that nature. The rest of it here is just a little bit of legalese with procedures, something about special magistrate to resolve issues and things of that nature. And I think the main one here that's got everybody in a tizzy is at paragraph number 3. So per the language of this bill, the way that I'm understanding it, I think this is fine. I don't think 7-year-olds should be being discussed of sexual orientation, especially inside of a classroom. It shouldn't be part of the classroom instruction anyway. If there's a guidance counselor or something like that that wants to, have these discussions, it doesn't look like this is banning that per se, but it's classroom instruction. So what do you all think about this? Is this a bill that's going to harm children? Is it going to cause harm to kids that may be confused, that are afraid to come out and talk about these issues? Or is this, as they call, some people call, an anti-grooming bill? I understand where they're coming from with that language, the anti-grooming language, because essentially you're talking about banning classroom instruction about sex with 7-year-olds. So I get where they're coming from, but what do you all think about this bill? Is it what you thought it was? Is it better? Is it worse? My personal opinion on it is that they should probably adjust it a little bit, and this is just my personal opinion. It says kindergarten through grade 3. I think they should adjust that a little bit higher. I think you probably shouldn't talk about this up until high school, in my personal opinion, but everybody's different on that one. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for listening.